Hello, and welcome to my channel, everyone. Today, I'm taking you inside one of the most captivating, atmospheric, and historically rich places in Paris, the Muséum National d'Histoire Naturelle, and especially its spectacular centerpiece, the Grande Galerie de l'Evolution. This museum isn't just a building full of skeletons and animals. It's a living archive of our planet, a place where centuries of scientific curiosity, exploration, and discovery come together. A place where architecture, history, and the story of life merge into one breathtaking experience. So sit back, relax, and join me as we explore everything about this incredible institution. Its origins, its evolution, its architecture, its most iconic specimens, and what makes the Grande Galerie one of the most memorable cultural experiences in Paris. Walking into the Grande Galerie is like entering a movie set. The huge central hall is illuminated by a dramatic mix of natural light from the iron and glass roof and theatrical lighting that highlights the specimens. Warm tones on the wood floors contrast with deep shadows, creating a sense of depth, mystery, and movement. Then your eyes are immediately drawn to the centerpiece, the Grande Parade of Animals. A magnificent procession of more than 100 preserved animals stretches across the main floor. Towering giraffes, majestic zebras, a powerful Asian elephant, antelopes, wildebeests, big cats, birds, and more. The animals seem to be walking together, a poetic, symbolic representation of life on Earth moving through time. The 4 levels of the Gallery 1. The ground floor, the diversity of the living world, how species evolved, adapted, and diversified. 2. The first mezzanine, marine environments, whales, sharks, giant squids, coral systems, deep sea creatures. 3. The second level, terrestrial environments, forests, deserts, savannas, tropical ecosystems. 4. The upper level, humans and biodiversity. The impact of human activity, climate change, extinction, and preservation. The combination of architecture and scenography makes the gallery almost cinematic. Every angle offers a dramatic shot. Every level gives a new perspective on the same scene. The Muséum National d'Histoire Naturelle is located in the 5th arrondissement of Paris, inside the Jardin des Plantes, a vast botanical garden bordered by old greenhouses, museums, scientific buildings, and quiet pathways shaded by centuries-old trees. The museum occupies several buildings throughout the garden, but the Grande Galerie de l'Evolution stands out immediately. Its monumental glass roof, iron structure and long facade reflect the architectural ambition of the late 19th century, a time when France was showcasing knowledge and scientific progress to the world. The gallery faces Rue Cuvier, an area full of students, researchers, and Parisians passing through the gardens. The building blends seamlessly into the scientific atmosphere of the neighborhood. Universities, observatories, libraries, and historical monuments all sit nearby. Entering the Jardin des Plantes already feels like stepping outside of modern Paris and walking back into the 18th or 19th century. And the museum embodies this sense of time travel perfectly. The story of the Muséum National d'Histoire Naturelle begins in 1626 when King Louis XIII created the Jardin Royal des Plantes Médicinales. At first, it wasn't a museum at all. It was a garden used for teaching medicine through plants. Then, during the Age of Enlightenment, the garden expanded dramatically. Famous scientists such as Buffon, Daubenton, and Lamarck transformed it into a world-leading center of natural science. But everything changed during the French Revolution. In 1793, the revolutionary government officially founded the Muséum National d'Histoire Naturelle. This made it one of the very first national scientific institutions accessible to the public. Unlike a radical idea at the time, throughout the 19th century, explorers, naturalists, and botanists sent specimens from around the world to Paris. Exotic plants, minerals, fossils, skeletons, and animals arrived from expeditions in Africa, Asia, the Middle East, South America, and the Pacific. By the late 1800s, the collections were so large that new buildings were needed. The birth of the Zoology Gallery, 1889. In 1889, the same year Eiffel unveiled his tower, architect Louis-Jules André designed a revolutionary glass and metal structure to house the zoology collections. This building would eventually become the Grande Galerie de l'Evolution. For decades, it was one of the most impressive zoology galleries in Europe, but by the mid-20th century, it suffered from neglect. It closed in 1965 and remained abandoned for nearly 30 years. The Renaissance. 1994. In the early 1990s, a massive renovation project transformed the old zoology gallery into a completely new concept. The goal wasn't simply to display animals anymore, it was to tell the story of evolution, biodiversity, and the relationship between humans and the natural world. In 1994, the building reopened under a new name, La Grande Galerie de l'Evolution. What had once been an outdated zoology hall became one of the most modern, immersive, and educational natural history museums in Europe. The Muséum National d'Histoire Naturelle is not just a place to admire animals, it is a major scientific research institution. Researchers in biology, paleontology, ecology, anthropology, and genetics work behind the scenes. A guardian of over 60 million specimens. Most of them are not displayed. They are preserved in scientific collections used for research. A place of education, school groups, families, and visitors of all ages discover evolution, ecosystems, and conservation. A voice for environmental awareness, the Grande Galerie highlights climate change, extinction, deforestation, pollution, species, protection. It connects human stories to natural history and makes visitors reflect on their impact on the planet. The museum's collection holds millions of specimens, but several of them have become true icons. Siam, the elephant one, of the most photographed specimens in the museum. Its size, shape, and posture give it an imposing but strangely peaceful presence. The giant squid, extremely rare in museums. Most squids are too fragile to preserve. This one is a centerpiece of the marine section and fascinates both children and adults. The dodo, a symbol of extinction caused by humans. The museum displays a reconstructed model and skeletal remains, a powerful reminder of the fragility of ecosystems. The lion of the Sahara, the cheetah, the big cats mounted with astonishing realism, capturing speed, strength, and anatomy. The giraffes, some of the tallest taxidermy specimens in Europe. They dominate the central hall and give the space its verticality. Rare birds and endangered species displayed with care to highlight how ecosystems depend on them. Each specimen is not just an object, but a story, a lesson, and often a warning about biodiversity loss. The Muséum National d'Histoire Naturelle and the Grande Galerie de l'Evolution are not just cultural institutions. They are time machines, taking us through millions of years of life. They are scientific sanctuaries, preserving knowledge for future generations. And they are reminders that the natural world is beautiful, fragile, and deeply connected to us. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Paris's greatest museums, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Tell me in the comments.
Samma men inte samma. Tror jag. Men det är lite osäker på om det har det. De vita tråkiga där. Men lite svart i topparna. Ja, en wood white ska man också göra ett projekt på. Det är faktiskt man.
If you're planning to visit, it's located inside the Jardin des Plantes, 5th arrondissement. The gallery is usually open every day except Tuesday. Visiting the Grande Galerie alone takes 1.5 to 2 hours. You can also visit the Galerie de Paléontologie, dinosaurs, fossils, the Galerie de Minéralogie, the Ménagerie, the zoo, the Grandes Serres, historic greenhouses. It's one of the most enriching museum experiences in Paris, visually spectacular, scientifically rigorous, and emotionally powerful. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.